Minister Lamola, thank you so much for coming to our newsroom to speak to us on this very, very sad day. And you sent out a message on social media. You said you swore to serve and be faithful to our Constitution. You did just that and more. A big tree has fallen. Hamba kahle. Share with us, if you will, your feelings, your thoughts at this moment on the tragic loss of Jackson Mthembu.
Yeah, indeed, it is a tragic loss for our country, for the ANC, and for his family. Minister Mthembu served in many structures of the ANC and that of government, in Mpumalanga, in the provincial government, and also as a speaker there, but also as the chief whip of the ruling party and also as chairperson of many committees in parliament until he became a minister. So we have lost a guy, a minister, who was able to simplify government information and made it accessible to all South Africans. And he always endeavored to encourage us to also speak in our vernacular, in our own languages, so that all South Africans could be able to access government information in a manner that they will all be able to understand. And I think for that we have lost a great warrior and a committed and a people's servant for our country.
Yes, absolutely. And you're so right about the importance of communication, particularly at a time like this where there are so many uncertainties around COVID-19. I wonder if you could share with us when you first met him and what your first interaction with him was like.
It's a long time ago. I was still a youngster in Mpumalanga. I'm not longer very sure which day, but as a youngster, we were always looking up to Minister Mthembu and many other revolutionaries at the time, who were also responsible for bringing together and building a new government in the province. But also he was also at some stage then became the national spokesperson for President Mandela in Lituli House. And that was also a very big thing for us as youngsters who were growing up in the structures of the ANC. So in him we saw a role model. But we also engaged with him from time to time when we were now in the national leadership of the Youth League. There will be times when we will engage with him very robustly. He will call us to order, but he will still do it in a manner that you will feel that parental guidance and educational kind of a guidance, though he's calling you into order. And he will also be imparting that kind of a political knowledge. And even now in government, as I was working with him, he will always insist on us simplifying government communication, and he will always say to me, Lamola, don't bring legal jargons here. We now need to communicate to the members of the public. It must be easily accessible and understandable to everyone. So he also had a sense of humor, and I guess even some of the journalists that came into contact with him and communicated with him will have sensed that kind of sense of humor.
And you know, just looking back a little, you know, he came from Witbank, and as an activist he was detained, he was tortured, he was held in solitary confinement, and this is a man who emerged from that with, as you say, a sense of humor, an openness and a kindness. That is what I'm picking up from so many tributes to him. What is it that he did to overcome that, to overcome such difficulties, and also in his personal life, sadly losing his daughter and being very open about how difficult it was? What made him the incredible tree, the incredible strength of character that he was?
He always stood true to his character, and he was principled, he was incorruptible. And I think because of those attributes, he could stand for his beliefs and he could defend whatever position. And even during difficult times, as you have said, he has gone through all the ranks. I think he has done almost everything in the structures of the mass democratic movement, from being a trade unionist in Witbank, from leading the structures of the ANC, but also he was also a youth leader at this time at a college where he was also a leader. So he exemplified all the attributes and the values expected from a member of the ANC and a person who wants to serve society. And in the true words of Oliver Tambo, he was a selfless leader of the people of our country. And I think for that we will always remember him, some of us who are youngsters, as a guiding light for us, as a true exemplar and a mirror through which you must look yourself if you want to be a servant of the people.
Minister Lamola, thank you so much for coming into our newsroom and for sharing your memories of him at what has been such a very difficult time. We'd just like to extend our condolences to you and to his family and also to those in the party. Thank you so much for your time.